What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some news. We've got some very, very good news, and we've got some rather lovely rulings that we need to have a little bit of a chat about. So I think it's probably about time we get rolling then, wasn't it? So, starting off with the really good news, tournaments are starting up again in Japan. They will be starting again official tournaments from July the 3rd at the discretion of the store. And applications are currently being accepted, so, if you are a store over in Japan and you want to have a go, maybe you go and apply. Might be worth having a little bit of a look into. I know this is only in Japan, but firstly it shows that, well, the world is trying to get back to normal. We'll have to decide how well that goes. But Digimon are taking things seriously. Now that tournaments are starting up again, Digimon are like, hey, let's get in on that, shall we? Let's get in on that. It's very, very cool. Now, one thing that is also very, very cool is that you get yourself a memory gauge if you rock up to one of those tournaments. As a participation prize, you go and get yourself a memory gauge, and it's a half blue, half red one, unless you only get one of them. That's not entirely clear. And you've got the red one featuring War Greymon and the blue one featuring Metal Garurumon. And you might notice there that the artwork they're using is very, very clearly from New Evolution. As it should be, incidentally. New Evolution is, it's the first set, but it is also the current set. So it's quite nice to see them basically going, hey, nice little New Evolution commemorative memory gauge. It's the kind of thing that if this game is still going in 10 years' time, players are going to be busting out at tournaments and being like, yo, get in. One thing I notice, unlike the ones you tend to get in the starter decks, there is no counter to push out and use to mark where you are on the memory gauge. But then again, they're foiled cards. You don't want to poke a counter out of the corner of one. You want to sleeve these and use them with a counter that's not going to mark them. Because that is the other thing. They are actually foiled. So, yeah, these are really cool. I think it's fairly unlikely, but if anybody knows how to hook me up with one of these bad boys, do hit me up on Twitter at @TheWassy or email me at ptcgradio@hotmail.co.uk. I would very much like to get my hand on these. My one criticism: could they not have given us a picture where we can see it as one complete gauge? Because both of them are the left-hand side as you're looking at it. But obviously when you're playing a game, one of them will be upside down and it'll make a beautiful two-sided thing. I'd like to see it like that if I'm honest with you. Hey-ho. So lots of good stuff going on here, and we've also got some rulings. The first one here concerns Uppermon and Digimon that can attack more than once. So, Uppermon's got that beautiful skill whereby when you're attacking limited to once during your turn, if your opponent has any Digimon out with no evolution sources, you get to draw a card. And we could look at, for instance, the Metal Garurumon from the starter deck, really nice one incidentally, whereby when you're attacking once during your turn, you make the Digimon active. And the question is basically concerning what happens if your opponent doesn't have any Digimon with no evolution sources the first time you attack, but then they do have a Digimon with no evolution sources the second time you attack. And the answer is Uppermon will work the second time. Now, the phrasing of this, and Jason Snowjacks has been very particular about this, the key is you're not choosing not to activate Uppermon. Your opponent has no Digimon with no evolution sources, so the condition wasn't met. The second time, however, you recheck, and there is a Digimon with no evolution sources, so the condition is met, so you do draw a card. Nice and simple. The key here, very simply, is you check essentially every time, and if the condition isn't met, the once per turn is not spent. Technical and complicated, but we've had all the general FAQs here, so we do need to get a little bit more into the some of the specific ones, shall we say. And while we're talking about Metal Garurumon, we might as well talk about Metal Garurumon. Now this, for my money, is a more important ruling, and a very, very crucial one that could lead things to be way, way better. So the Metal Garurumon, the one from New Evolution, has got a rather phenomenal skill, whereby when you attack, you play a level 4 or less Digimon from its evolution sources as a separate Digimon without paying the cost. Lets you get an extra Digimon into play. And I've been talking about using it with things like the Gabumon from New Evolution that lets you draw a card when you play it. So you essentially get an extra card. And I've made no secret of the fact that Garurumon, as far as I'm concerned, is the best use for this. Because it's a level 4 and when you play it, you get to make a Digimon active. So the combo I'm always looking for here is you attack with Metal Garurumon, deploy Garurumon, make Metal Garurumon active again, attack with Metal Garurumon, deploy Gabumon to draw a card. That's my combo as far as I'm concerned. And I don't think I'm the only one that came up with it. When I call it my combo, I purely mean it's my favourite one and I think it's awesome. But what about something like the other Gabumon, the starter deck Gabumon, for argument's sake? You see, the starter deck Gabumon's got a really nice inheritable skill, whereby when you're attacking, you remove one evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's level 5 or less Digimon. Herein lies the question, though. If I choose to deploy this Gabumon, maybe it's the only one, maybe it's the best option, I don't know, let's just say I want to deploy this one. Using Metal Garurumon's ability, do I still get to use the inheritable skill? Or is the inheritable skill not used because I'm deploying Gabumon and hence when I attack with Metal Garurumon, it's no longer there to use? And the answer is you do get the inheritable skill. And here is the explanation. The moment you start the attack, all of the when attacking skills trigger at the same time. You just resolve them one by one, bearing in mind the active player, the player who's using the skills, does have the choice regarding the order in which they are activated. So I attack with Metal Garurumon, and the skill that lets me deploy a Digimon without paying activates. And Gabumon's skill that lets me remove one evolution source from the bottom of one of my opponent's level 5 or less Digimon also activates at the same time, and then I get to use them in whichever order I like. Now, clearly, if I choose to use Gabumon's skill first, I don't think there's anything controversial there. But if I choose to use Metal Garurumon's skill, and I deploy Gabumon, I can still then use Gabumon's skill, because even though Gabumon has been deployed as a separate Digimon on the field, the skill has already been triggered. All we're doing here is resolving it. Next time you attack with Metal Garurumon, you ain't going to be able to use it, boo, hiss, etc. But this time it's going to work rather nicely indeed. Two pretty cool rulings. The second one, I mean, look, I like Metal Garurumon, and I'm going to bring you a tier list, I want to say tomorrow maybe, which is going to show you that blue is the best color in the game right now. Metal Garurumon is one of the reasons. So this second ruling could legitimately be a very, very big ruling in terms of actually allowing you to make better use of all of your blue Digimon. So yeah, I'm kind of a ridiculous fan of this ruling. I'm still far, far more excited about using a coming into play skill. As far as I'm concerned, right, if I can attack and play my Garurumon to get that awesome skill paying 0 rather than 6, I love that. I'm going to be playing Gabumon as a free cost in the early game, well, hopefully early game, and I'm not going to try and evolve this from a Digitama because I only draw one when I play it normally. And then I draw one, and then it's kind of sitting there as a pointless evolution source, and I'm going to want to deploy it again with Metal Garurumon later on in the game to draw an extra one. But I'm still at some point going to be using these Digimon that do have evolution skills, and knowing that I can use the evolution skill on the same turn that I deploy them from under Metal Garurumon, that makes me genuinely happy. That's a very, very good thing indeed. Consider me a fan, ladies and gentlemen. Consider me a fan. And I love this. I've shown you over the past couple days about the English rulebook and the English translations on the official website. We haven't got time to get into that today. I'll pop a link in the description. Now we're talking about real tournaments going on with participation swag. And yes, I know it's only a memory gauge and I don't care. It means Bandai are taking this stuff seriously. Now we've got a couple of FAQ rulings coming in as well, really trying to make the game better. And I just sit here going, this game is doing well and I am loving it. Can we please have it in English? But I want to know what you think about all of this stuff, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.